So why this sudden proposition of a Mahagathbandhan in UP? Let's debate that tonight with Dr Sudhanshu Trivedi, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Rakesh Sinha, RSS Thinker and Ideologue, Juhie Singh, Spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party with us this evening, Professor Ashok Sinha, Spokesperson of the RJD, Alok Mehta, Chief Editor, Outlook Hindi is with us, as is Senior Journalist Abhay Dubey, and Arun Kumar Srivastava, General Secretary of the JDU. Good evening, everyone. First question to you, Juhie Singh. It does seem that the Samajwadi Party is suddenly absolutely desperate. Why it seems so is because this sudden proposal to put together this Mahagathbandhan, why would it come all of a sudden? Because your party is facing this massive internal rife where it looks like it might be split down the middle, because of what happened in the Lok Sabha elections where your party was completely decimated. Why does Mulayam Singh feel that this is the need of the hour? Does he now realize, does he feel that he has absolutely no hope of coming back to power and cannot beat BJP on his own come 2017 Vidhan Sabha polls?
It's not an act of desperation. You've answered the question yourself. It's the need of the hour, and the Samajwadi Party has always been open to any new alliances, any like-minded people.
No, but that's what I'm asking you. Juhie, okay.
Or not
Juhie, I'm asking you why. I'm asking you why is it the need of the hour? Because is it because you concede that there is no chance of coming back to power on your own? That's what I'm asking you.
No, we don't concede that, and whatever questions we've raised is on ourselves. We'll answer that with the new public mandate. We are going into elections, and we feel, the national president feels that it is the need of the hour, that we should get together and we should start talking to other alliance partners. So we are doing that. Again, it will all depend on how things turn out, whether they agree to our conditions, we are agreeing to their conditions. But at the moment, we are all trying to invite everybody to UP for the 5th of November celebrations of our Silver Jubilee, and everybody looks for alliances. The BJP also does that. So I don't see anybody can say that it's an act of...
You're saying we want to bring everyone in, the so-called secular parties getting together. You do realize it's exactly the same parties on whom you walked out on at the nth hour before the Bihar elections. Exactly the same people we are talking about, the JDU, the RJD.
No harm.
And we all know what happened before the Bihar elections. If we walked out, then we are taking the first step towards them again, and it's a hand we are extending to them. I hope that people will come together and think together, and we don't mind what questions people put in or what remarks, whether it's desperation or everybody feels that it's we are losing out in 2017.
No, Juhie, the good news is, Juhie, the good news
wants, and we are working towards it for a long time plan.
Yeah, Juhie, the good news is you accepted. The good news tonight is the fact that you accepted that you pulled out, that you betrayed Nitish Kumar, as Nitish Kumar said recently. You've accepted that you betrayed Nitish Kumar, and you're accepting that yes, we're going back to the same parties. But look at your position today. One second. I want to bring in Sudhanshu Trivedi at this point. Look at your position today. Now you're going back to the Congress party. You are going back to the Congress party.
The Congress Party.
No, one second. You will be
the Congress Party
I'm telling you, because if you look at RJD, RJD is not contesting, right?
No, please let me answer two questions. Two questions.
RJD is not contesting UP. JDU, not a major stakeholder.
RJD again. We have not formed the.
I know, but who are you talking to?
Let me answer this. The alliance has not been really.
Let Sudhanshu Trivedi come in.
But just remove the word betrayed, because we walked out on an alliance and we are going back into one. So what's the betrayal? That's for Nitish Kumar ji to say.
Of course, because see, everybody knows Mulayam Singh is not someone you can rely on completely. It's not me saying it. It's your so-called friendly parties which have said it in the past. I'll bring out that as well. But Sudhanshu, your first comments to what the Samajwadi Party has said this evening.
As per the media reports, it was believed that right from day one, Congress was very much in favor of having an alliance with Samajwadi Party. But Samajwadi Party, which was ruling Uttar Pradesh, was not inclined to do so. If these type of things have emerged in the recent days, it may be the result of internal rift in the Samajwadi Party, which is resulting in the weakening, and there is a apprehension of their vote bank drifting towards other political parties. Second thing, whether it was Bihar, whether it is Uttar Pradesh, the entire coalitions are now focused towards BJP. It means there was an era in Indian politics 20-30 years back when it was considered the politics was Congress versus rest. Now, in the 21st century, the era has come, the entire politics is BJP versus rest. Every alliance and every party is targeting BJP. So it means this shows a paradigm shift in the Indian politics.
You have come on the plank of a Congress Mukt Bharat.
And
you have come on the plank.
But Juhie, you can't say that at a time. You can't say that at a time when your party chief has floated the idea of all parties coming together to beat the BJP.
Whether Mr. Mulayam Singh or Nitish Kumar, Lalu Yadav or anybody else, they are the product of JP movement, which was the biggest and strongest movement in the Indian history against Congress. The entire concept of Congress Mukt Bharat initiated with JP movement. But look at the irony of the situation.
Okay,
they are joining hands with Congress
Sudhanshu
party.
Trivedi, I'm going to go across and bring in Arun Kumar Srivastava because it's really important. Juhie Singh said to us that why don't you ask Nitish if it was a betrayal or not. So let's ask Arun Kumar Srivastava. Arun Kumar Srivastava, जब बिहार इलेक्शन से पहले लास्ट मोमेंट पे मुलायम सिंह ने टोटल यू टर्न किया और ये महागठबंधन को छोड़ के चले गए, अकॉर्डिंग टू यू तब वो बिट्रेयल था कि नहीं था? नीतीश ने तो बोला था तब.
देखिए, राजनीति में कोई चीज अंतिम वाक्य नहीं होती है. उस समय मुलायम सिंह जी ने हमने मुलायम सिंह जी को पार्टी का अध्यक्ष बनाने के लिए कहा, पार्टी का झंडा भी दिया, सब कुछ उनको अधिकृत कर दिया था. अब पता नहीं किन कारणों से वो अलग हो गए.
नहीं, कारण तो मैं आपको बता दूं, सबको याद है कारण.
लेकिन इसका मतलब नहीं कि अगर आज उनको
नहीं, आपको याद है कि ये बोला गया था कि जेडीयू ने हमको पूरी तरह से ह्यूमिलिएट किया है. ये बोला गया था दैट वी हैव बीन ह्यूमिलिएटेड. जो सीट शेयरिंग अरेंजमेंट हमें दिया जा रहा है दैट इज अनएक्सेप्टेबल टू अस. हमारा मजाक उड़ाया जा रहा है, हम ह्यूमिलिएट हो रहे हैं, इसलिए हम महागठबंधन के साथ नहीं हैं.
वो बिल्कुल सच नहीं था. ऐसा है, वो बिल्कुल सच नहीं था. और मेरे ख्याल से वो लोग भी इस बात को अब मान लेंगे. ये कहने की बातें हैं, लेकिन हम तो चाहते हैं कि सांप्रदायिक ताकतों को दूर रखा जाए. इसलिए उत्तर प्रदेश में, बिहार के बाद देश का सबसे बड़ा प्रदेश है उत्तर प्रदेश, इसमें हम चाहते हैं कि सब लोग मिलजुल कर चुनाव लड़ें. और अगर अब मुलायम सिंह यादव जी की पार्टी सबसे बड़ी पार्टी है उत्तर प्रदेश में, सबसे ताकतवर पार्टी है, अगर वो अब महसूस करती है कि सबको साथ लेके चलना चाहिए, तो हम उसका स्वागत करते हैं.
अरुण कुमार श्रीवास्तव जी, ये देखिए, look at your position this evening, and to all our panelists, and I'll come to you. Rakesh Sinha, look at the position of the JDU this evening after being called out, after being literally humiliated by the Samajwadi Party. And I'm just going to put out 4 instances so that you take this forward with the JDU panelists this evening. Ram Gopal Yadav, after Samajwadi pulled out of the Bihar Mahagathbandhan, what did he say? September 17, 2015, he said, top leaders, grassroots level workers are more. Importantly, the Bihar unit was very angry with the treatment doled out. I'm just going to read out 4 points and I'm handing it over to you, Rakesh. Ram Gopal Yadav, after Samajwadi Party pulled out of Bihar Mahagathbandhan, what parivar? There was no parivar, it never existed. Ram Gopal Yadav, September 17, 2015. This was a downright insult. The number of seats they gave us was below our dignity. Mulayam Singh Yadav, on Lalu's visit to Muzaffarnagar, what did he say? The Samajwadi Party men cannot leave their policies and are now trying to divert from them. We did not leave our policies for grabbing power like Lalu. So all of these parties which are now trying to come together, they say we are coming together under the secular card. The same thing we've seen for the last couple of years. In fact, after 2014, I think, 2014 onwards, they've tried. It's been tested and it's failed all along, and it's only opportunism. Rakesh Sinha.
I understood the question. There are 3 dimensions. One is that they are the highly opportunistic politicians. So their statements, previous statements, their humiliation hardly matter. They can come together. But second dimension is that this is a myth in Indian politics, that socialist togetherness. They are the Lohia ke log. Hindi mein there is a phrase Lohia ke log. They are the people of Lohia, but they can't remain together. This is the history. And UP people have seen the just trailer of the unity with the parivar, Mulayam Singh parivar. So third dimension is that they are deluded by that old politics is still continuing. BJP has already defeated the old politics. They have no policy priorities. Now the country is realizing that balkanized opposition
Rakesh
cannot
Sinha,
give the development.
You know, Rakesh
balkanized opposition cannot give the development. They are the balkanized opposition. The balkanized opposition wants to create a Roman Empire. This is impossible.
No, but Rakesh Sinha, the point is that in Bihar, the Mahagathbandhan did work.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come back on that point. I'm going to come back on that point with Sudhanshu Trivedi in just a minute. But I need to bring in Professor Ashok Sinha now. Professor Ashok Sinha, let me remind you that your party is now contemplating an alliance, depends on how much ever you participate in the UP polls, with Mulayam Singh Yadav, the same man who called your chief a joker. And I quote, I don't know how the people of Bihar are tolerating this joker. I'm sure you remember, it's a good decade-old statement. But the point that Rakesh Sinha was trying to make, I'd like you to respond on that politics does make for strange bedfellows, but within these 3-4 parties, yours, JDU, SP, we've seen this constant musical chairs going on. 1 minute you're going all out mudslinging each other, and then the next minute you're talking about coming together in an alliance.
Tina, first I will make it clear that those people who dubbed us, who abused us, who called us by whatever they wished, by any name, ultimately these people understand the imperative and the need of the hour, that at no cost is greater than tolerating the communalism. Everybody should come on one platform against the greatest communalist force after independence, that is BJP. This is what is our stand.
Very interesting.
Clear.
Ashok Sinha,
I just want to make it clear.
Okay. You spoke about communalism. One point and you can take it forward. Sudhanshu Trivedi, very interesting point. You spoke about communalism. Thank you, sir. Thank you for speaking about communalism, because I want to remind you, Ashok Sinha, of what Lalu Prasad said on Muzaffarnagar riot, sir. I want to tell you something. Lalu Prasad slammed Samajwadi Party government for not helping the Muzaffarnagar riot victims as much as they should have. Then what explains your party now wanting to form an alliance? He said we must help riot victims of Muzaffarnagar. Authorities did not help riot victims as much as they should have. The Samajwadi Party also has to answer for Muzaffarnagar. You talk about communalism. You also know Samajwadi Party also used Muzaffarnagar for votes. You also know that very well. Ashok Sinha. And let Sudhanshu respond to you.
Yes. Niranjan.
30 seconds, Sudhanshu, and you respond to him.
Niranjan, whatever we told at that time was particularly against the authorities there, and subsequently Samajwadi Party took a strong action as per our wishes, and now we are satisfied.
And now you will
whatever
say that.
action Samajwadi Party
Now
took,
you will say
that was okay.
But you know, this is you will change your narrative to suit the situation.
No.
As both you and Juhie have already conceded here tonight, this is the need of the hour according to you and your parties.
Tina.
Why is that though? The question. No, 1 second. Ashok Sinha.
It's not an issue. It's not an issue between the.
Even Arun Kumar.
I would like to say it's not an issue between the alliance partners.
Listen to me. Juhie, listen to me. We have given everyone time to talk. We've given everyone time to talk. We'll not talk over each other. Let's listen to what everyone has to say. But even Arun Kumar Srivastava said, for example, that the Samajwadi Party is the biggest party in UP, and therefore I ask you all, if it is, then this need of the hour, where is it coming from? It's surely coming from a feeling that they are not going to be able to take on the BJP on their own. Otherwise, what is the need of the hour then? I want Sudhanshu to respond, and then we get everyone back in the discussion.
No.
Sudhanshu.
The word need of the hour as it was used, I think, and on the pretext of fighting the communal forces. This is the biggest charade and oxymoron of Indian politics. Whenever it is required, it suits. They raise a slogan, no, it is the time to fight the communal forces. And I would like to remind that all these political parties of the so-called Janata Parivar at one time or one point or the other have joined hands with BJP and rose to this stature with the help of Bharatiya Janata Party from north to south. Sri Lalu Prasad Yadav first time became CM with the help of BJP. Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav first time became CM in the help of BJP. and even whether it is Devilal or Chautala of Haryana or Devagowda of Karnataka, all Janata Dal Parivar join hands with BJP, and whenever their stand suits, then they become my identity, and ultimately this entire socialist parivar has converted into a personal family-based fiefdom with the caste-based leaders.
No, forget about that.
समाजवाद जो लोहिया जी का था, वो जातिवाद और परिवारवाद में तिरोहित हो गया.
Sudhanshu, the entire premise of this so-called Mahagathbandhan or the secular force or the third front is a farce. Is a farce, Ashok Sinha, because thank you. I'll tell you what, Ashok Sinha, thank you because you spoke about communalism, because there is enough to prove your hypocrisy. And I want to bring in Abhay Dubey at this point. Abhay Dubey, and as the JDU and RJD guests listen to what was said between Samajwadi Party and so-called secular forces, I want to remind the JDU especially, Nitish Kumar in September 2013, and listen to me very carefully, he said, Muzaffarnagar riots were a blot on the country, just as the 1989 Bhagalpur riots and the 2002 Gujarat riots elsewhere. Response time in riots must be swift, followed by delivery of justice and rehabilitation of victims. This was when he was questioning the Mulayam Singh led Samajwadi Party government in Uttar Pradesh. What are you talking about, sir? Communalism. Your own party has questioned, RJD and JDU have questioned Samajwadi Party. And now we talk about one alliance against BJP. Abhay Dubey.
Yeah. Regardless of the fact, Samajwadi Party spokesman or the Nitish Kumar spokesman claiming that this is the need of this kind of alliance is need of our. But I don't think so. I think this Mahagathbandhan, so-called Mahagathbandhan, is going to be a non-starter. Precisely for the reason, because it is not being mounted from the position of strength. It is basically mounted from the position of weakness.
Yeah.
Had it been the position of strength, then Samajwadi Party should have floated this idea before the eruption of this political crisis in its ranks. Right now, Samajwadi Party, the party who won the election, absolute majority in 2012, in fact, right now this party is suffering from the utter lack of self-confidence. That's why it wants to go to the small players.
Yeah.
Players
very good point.
Who have no strong base in the UP politics.
Some of whom have absolutely no role to play.
I don't think
Absolutely, some of whom have absolutely no role to play in Uttar Pradesh. Absolutely. Now, Juhie Singh, respond to that, because this is really, it's very obvious to everybody. Your own house is not in order, and let's not even go down the road of you trying to deny that, because we've seen uncle and nephew snatching mic from each other, one calling the other a liar. So I'm not even going to go down that road. Don't try and deny. The fact is that there is some massive internal strife happening in your party. Now what he's saying, Abhay Dubey is saying,
one little thing more.
Okay.
UP is not Bihar. UP is not Bihar. In Bihar, Congress was not in the position of dictating its independent existence. In UP, the Congress policy is of Ekla Chalo Re. It would be very difficult for the Congress to go back and hand Sheila Dikshit premature retirement from the chief ministerial as a chief ministerial phase.
No, I know what you're saying, and absolutely. To be honest, the Congress has made it at the moment very clear that they're not talking about a grand alliance. We'll come to that in a minute with Alok Mehta, but I want Juhie to respond to what you said earlier. Your own house is not in order. Why are you trying to stitch together this grand alliance? Why don't you fix your internal problems first?
Look, all the parties we are talking to, their spokespeople are sitting there, all the questions being raised, who said this and who said that. If we don't have an issue, and if the Samajwadi Party is taking the first step towards trying to get everyone together, then it is our responsibility and our alliance partners to put it into order. Who doesn't look for a person who's saying that these people are material? I don't agree to that. The BJP looks for alliances with small people like Apna Dal, small parties, and also take away candidates. People from BSP, they are making someone join every day.
Okay.
So what sort of political integrity is that?
No, but
it's our responsibility, and we'll take it ahead if things work out. And the Congress is the Congress has already made clear at your panel that they are not interested in the alliance. But if the national president feels and the party feels and all the alliance partners feels that they could be got on the same platform, they will talk about it. So I mean, it's really as you said, our house.
We all know that alliances are a part of politics. Yes.
It's again anybody can put. Sorry.
Got it. No. I was saying that we all know that alliances are a part of politics. Yes. Alliances are a part of politics. What are you doing with alliances that don't even make sense in Uttar Pradesh? RJD and JDU, what connection is there with the Uttar Pradesh elections? And you are also tying up with the Congress party, which knows its cause is lost in Uttar Pradesh. I'll tell you why. You're also tying up by default with a party that has been decimated in the Lok Sabha elections in Uttar Pradesh. Okay? You are wooing a party that just won 2 seats in Uttar Pradesh.
Look, it's for the parties to decide.
I'm only talking about
again. It's for the
No, it only talks about the desperate situation that you're in. Desperate situation that you're in. You're tying up with a party that was decimated.
Look, you are putting a perspective to it. You are deciding that parties don't have an existence or alliance partners don't have an existence. If Apna Dal can have an existence, then RJD and JDU definitely have an existence.
They are keenly watching both the
definitely have an existence.
UP government and Bihar government. In both the states, law and order pathetic situation. So it is a development and the cultural nationalism. These two planks which are going to be part of the election. And you can't defeat BJP on these planks. What is your opinion about the Ram Janmabhoomi? Most of the parties are taking the pretext of communalism just to placate
you are, please, let's
Juhie Singh.
If you are an RSS thinker, then let's not talk about politics. Just stick to that.
Okay,
yes.
let me bring in Alok Mehta at this point. Alok Mehta, very strange sort of...
No, I am asking you that what is your opinion about the cultural nationalism? What is your opinion about the Ram Janmabhoomi?
Rakesh Sinha, let's not get into that. Rakesh Sinha, let's not get into that.
The opinion is very clear. We'll give it to you. We'll give it to the public. I thought you already knew that.
Yeah, Alok Mehta.
They are demanding banning triple talaq.
Listen, if this debate is about Mahagathbandhan, don't try to distract it by the fact that we don't
understand. Yeah, we are not going to talk over each other.
Yeah.
And we're not going down that road. We need to bring in Alok Mehta. Okay, we need Alok Mehta's audio up, please. Alok Mehta, we need to come to you. Thank you for your patience so far. Now, Alok Mehta, it's interesting. No, I'm sorry, Rakesh Sinha, you have to allow other panelists to talk, and Alok Mehta is not. He's not had a chance to speak yet. Alok Mehta, it's interesting to look at the role of the Congress here. Niranjan was talking about how they're basically being a decimated player in Uttar Pradesh. They did get their 28 seats in the Mahagathbandhan, but the fact is that we know that we are getting some very, very different and contradictory statements from the Congress. Chief Minister face Sheila Dikshit has completely ruled out any possibility of a grand alliance with anybody. But we do know that Ghulam Nabi Azad met Sharad Yadav very recently, and interestingly enough, Prashant Kishore was at the meeting between Shivpal and KC Tyagi. So what's really cooking here, and does the Congress have a role to play here?
Certainly, Congress is also looking for the next election. First, you think about not only 2019, think about the 2017 when there will be a presidential election. Mulayam Singh Yadav, Nitish Kumar, and all people, what they are crying, what they say. Sudhanshu ji in the beginning also informed you that they all want to fight with BJP versus all. So they are working for 2017 first in election, whatever happened. But at least the MLAs, maximum MLAs, if somebody bring, even the BJP, they will also try their best, because without clear majority, without good number of MLAs, they can't have a president in their own choice. That's why the first parties, that's why today also Shivpal Yadav or anybody else what we're talking with Sharad Yadav. Sharad Yadav is also candidate for the president.
Yeah.
So why they are fighting? In the name of the secularism, they are fighting for their own agenda. Nitish Kumar wants to be a prime minister.
Yeah, so Alok Mehta, what you're saying, what you're saying is exactly what we're saying. What you're saying is that this Mahagathbandhan talk is not... is not just for 2017. It's with an eye on the future, which is why we are being told Rahul Gandhi is going to be meeting with the likes of Mamata Banerjee, with Naveen Patnaik. Now, obviously, all these parties are coming together with an eye on 2019 also. But I want to ask you on what you think about what Abhay Dubey said. Do you feel that this repeat of the Bihar experiment, this repeat of the Mahagathbandhan, which was successful in Bihar, do you think it's going to work in UP or not? He thinks not.
Certainly, it's not going to be a Mahagathbandhan. But there is some understanding that afterwards, like for Rahul Gandhi and Akhilesh, they have some good understandings when they were working in the parliament. In Lok Sabha, you talk with both of them, they will agree and they will accept this because they have some arrangement or maybe some understanding. So it's not necessary to go for a Gathbandhan. They can work together to fight with the BJP. So question is, either you fight on the street or you fight as a democratic process in the parliament, in assemblies, corporations. I think one should also discuss the long-term strategy for BJP also. It's a question of survival.
At what cost?
If BJP lose there, it will be a problem for 2017 and not for 2019 also.
Alok Mehta, but at what cost? And I want to bring in Sudhanshu Trivedi at this point. At what cost? You know, the argument of the Samajwadi Party is it doesn't matter what's happened in the past, what was said in the past, it's water under the bridge. Let's forget. Now, let's work together once again. At what cost? Look at the example of what's happened in the past. 2014, of course, we know Akhilesh Yadav came out and said that we'll float a third front. When, if we do win, Mulayam will be the Prime Minister. We all know how that turned out. We also know what happened, when Mulayam Singh,
Rahul was also not interested.
Yeah, there was a big photo.
Rahul was also not interested with any alliance.
Absolutely. Sudhanshu will remember when Mulayam Singh was a part of a meeting of 11 political parties. 11 political parties. So, the same formula. Today you're saying we're sending somebody to meet Mamata, we're sending somebody to meet Naveen Patnaik, we're sending somebody to meet Lalu Prasad, but everybody knows when it comes to Mulayam, it's the same tried and tested political formula which has flopped. And how? Sudhanshu.
I would like to take some points which Alok Mehta ji has said and what Abhay Dubey ji has said. Alok ji has said that they want to forge an alliance against BJP. But on which basis? As Abhay Dubey ji has said, from the basis of weakness. Because if you look, Lalu Prasad Yadav and Nitish Kumar is having no support base in UP. So is the case of Mulayam Singh Yadav having no base in Bihar. So in the mutually exclusive domain, both are rising on the weak turf. That's why in the definition of engineering, I would like to say there is no center of gravity. That's why when they come together with what formula? जिसे हिंदी में कहावत कहते हैं ना, न तुम्हें कोई और न मुझे कोई ठौर, तो दोनों मिलके एक हो गए. Then what happens? If you look, all the negative principles of politics, if you want to see, it is seen in the Janata Parivar. The one negative principle is there is no permanent friend and enemy. यहाँ पता ही नहीं लगता कब दोस्त से कब दुश्मन हो गए, कब दुश्मन से फिर दोस्त हो गए.
We've discussed that.
Second is power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
No, so
क्या होता है? You name a single Janata Dal leader or the Janata Parivar leader. Let me complete the sentence. Who has got absolute majority and not indulged in the corruption and charge sheeted by court. To the extent only Nitish Kumar because he never got clear majority. Second thing, and the third principle is there is no kinship in the kingship. राजकाज में ना भाई होता है ना बाप, वो दिखाई पड़ रहा है उत्तर प्रदेश में. तो क्या होता है जब इन नेगेटिव प्रिंसिपल्स के थ्रू आप एक साथ आते हैं?
All the parties that we have spoken to right here with their spokespersons, their senior leaders. Yeah, 1 second, coming to you, Abhay. They have considered that already, that it's okay in politics, that sometimes you are together, sometimes you are mudslinging at each other. They've accepted that happens. It's par for the course according to them. But I'm going to ask you something else. Now, just to look at the flip side of the situation, why do you feel, or why is there any assurance that this coming together of, secular parties against the BJP won't work? It did work in Bihar. It did. And you know what? It also worked in bypolls. I'll give you some examples. It worked in the bypolls in 2014 in Bihar. Of course, we know what happened when the JDU and the RJD combined to take on the BJP in Bihar. So what makes you so sure that this cannot work? Maybe it can.
First of all, the secular communal dichotomy, in my opinion, is absolutely false. First of all, the secular communal dichotomy is absolutely false. It does not relate to any electoral reality on ground. If it worked in Bihar, because there was an alliance of various castes. There was an alliance of various castes which became formidable in a certain situation, because Congress was also keen to make this Gathbandhan happen. In UP, Congress is not in a position to support this Gathbandhan. It has already been declared, and I don't think Congress has the capacity to go back to its well thought out strategy in which it projected Sheila Dikshit as the chief ministerial face. Congress cannot hand over Sheila Dikshit the premature retirement from the electoral
Yeah,
race.
of course, and Congress, you know, the seat sharing arrangement and all, if this is to happen, then it's going to be very difficult for the Congress. I want Sudhanshu to respond to that also. Abhay Dubey, you spoke about what you think. Sudhanshu, I want you to respond to that, because the question is that why not grant the possibility that if this could work in Bihar, it could work in Uttar Pradesh, and if not, why not? Okay, Abhay, no. Let Dr Sudhanshu Trivedi also respond to that. That question is directed at him.
Let me say one thing, then Sudhanshu can chip in. Let me say one thing.
Let Sudhanshu respond, please. Yes, Sudhanshu Trivedi, please.
Okay.
Actually, you have raised a very appropriate question. It has worked in Bihar. But if you are not having intrinsic strength, you have to look at the larger span of time in which it has worked or not. Sometime it worked in Uttar Pradesh also in 1993. After that Ayodhya episode, we lost the election. But if you look at the entire span of 30-35 years, in 1980 when BJP was formed, Janata Party was much bigger party than us. And over the period of time, what happened? We are much bigger party than them, because at one point of time or one circumstantial situation you may succeed, but if you are not having the intrinsic strength means the firm cadre, the clear ideology, the devoted leadership and a clean image of the leadership, then you can sustain for long time. So in my opinion, the incidences like 93 of Uttar Pradesh or 2013 of Bihar may be some aberration, but in the long term, as the era has come, BJP versus rest, so ultimately they will not be able to succeed because it's a tried, tested and failed formula.
Yeah, that's because ideological unity.
साथ में आते हैं तो एक कहावत है, यूपी बिहार के लोग समझते होंगे, सुनिए एक लाइन, यूपी बिहार के लोग सब समझते होंगे, एक कहावत है, अंधो अंधे ठेलिया दोनों कूप पड़ंत, यानी जब दो अंधे लोग एक दूसरे के गाइड बन जाते हैं, आखिर में both end into falling into well.
Point.
This has happened several times with the Janata Parivar.
Yeah, Sudhanshu, I want you to Sudhanshu, take that point. Sudhanshu, take that point here. Abhay, one quickly.
Let me make a small point here.
Okay, make a point and I'll bring the Samajwadi Party in. Okay, make the point.
Yeah. I have a considered opinion that any anti-BJP front, whether it is a UP based or a national front, can only be concocted after the election of UP and election of Punjab. Basing on the result of UP election and Punjab election, this kind of front can be conceived or even imagined. Right now there is no ground situation on which this kind of anti-BJP front can be even imagined.
Absolutely, and you know, the point you made, Sudhanshu, exactly what we were saying at the beginning of the program. What was the first comment of the Samajwadi Party? Juhie Singh, what was your first comment? We may have had differences in the past, and we pointed out.
Why, Sudhanshu?
One second. I haven't made my point. I said statements have been made. You said our one plank is secularism. I pointed that out, and you said you accepted that we may have said that, they may have said that, but everything is under the bridge. I'm asking you, ideologically, it's proven that you're not united. Ideologically, you're not united. Your only motive to float this third front bubble is for votes, for numbers. So you've conceded that ideology doesn't matter, only numbers matter, only proving what BJP has been saying, that you can't fight on ideology alone, you will fight only for numbers. This is only to get numbers together.
See, if everybody else like Sudhanshu ji has such a great knowledge of history, why is he so rattled? Let us talk. If we want to form a front, we will, and he should be very happy that it's not going to work and we can't form it and when we should form it. But the alliance partners are ready to discuss it, and if we can put it into place, and forming the government with the BSP was on ideological considerations, taking people who do not really follow their ideology every day in UP is according to ideological considerations to BJP. So let's not, say untruths on the panel and give कहावत्स कि यूपी के लोग क्या समझते हैं, यूपी के लोग अच्छी तरह समझते हैं, बिहार के लोग भी अच्छी तरह समझते हैं, And if we want to form an alliance, we will, irrespective of what opinion anybody else has.
Juhie, you said that.
Or desperation.
You said that. I'm just going to wind up with one question to you, which is just, which is something which we'll see over the next several weeks and months, exactly how it pans out. If you truly believe that it was a coming together of similar ideologies, then why was there reason enough for Mulayam Singh to walk out of the same Mahagathbandhan before the Bihar elections? The ideology was still the same, wasn't it? The reason he walked out was because the seats were not assured to him. So like Niranjan said, it was a matter of numbers. We'll wait and see how this pans out over the next few months. It's going to be very interesting to watch. Thank you all very much for joining us on debate number 2 tonight.